Due to the absence of any news reports that could have affected the energy market, oil continued to stick to its inverse correlation with the greenback, and this time the US dollar gained value, which resulted in lower crude prices. However, today's macroeconomic calendar includes statistics on the US crude oil and the gasoline inventories, which are expected to determine investor sentiment on oil. Considering that US crude oil stockpiles are forecasted to decrease by 1.486 million barrels and gasoline inventories are likely to post 933,000 barrels drop, oil prices have every chance of gaining strong upside momentum and finally reaching the mark of $84 per barrel. In the meantime, the boat neared the level of $80 per barrel, which led to a decrease in the volume of short positions. However, another approach to the control level indicates the seller's intention to drag the asset further down. From a technical point of view, a downtrend will resume after the price fixes below the $80 mark on the daily chart. Until then, the situation will probably remain uncertain. In case US crude oil stockpiles fall, Brent crude will gradually tick higher. The dollar's robust rally during the North American trading session did not prevent gold from extending its rebound, although the latter is also generally inversely related to the greenback. Currently, the yellow metal is trading close to $2,000 per 3 ounce, but it's still not enough for a significant upward move. Technically, a buy signal will be generated only after the price consolidates above the level of $2,020 per 3 ounce. Until then, the metal is likely to trade sideways at around $2,000 per 3 ounce. Apparently, a solid demand for gold can be attributed to the ongoing banking crisis in the United States. The market was starved by the news of a massive deposit outflows from a First Republic Bank, which was on the verge of a bankruptcy. Problems at the bank surfaced almost shortly after Silicon Valley Bank's collapse. Nevertheless, it was rescued by the Federal Reserve's emergency intervention and additional funding. However, this does not seem to be enough. Depositors are still concerned about their savings, and this news provoked a drop in almost all US bank stocks, thus indicating a loss of confidence in the banking system. This, in turn, sparked many investors to shift their focus to more reliable assets, including gold. However, as soon as it becomes clear that other banks do not have such problems, the situation will stabilize with the metal losing value. At least for the time being. There are no driving factors that could bring gold above $2,000 per 3 ounce. And speaking on the ruble, it continues to trade in the range of 81 and 82 rubles. However, in after-hours trading, the US dollar dropped to 80 rubles again. And this means that investors are looking forward to the meeting of the Russian Central Bank. They anticipate the Bank of Russia leaving the key interest rate unchanged. Thus, there is a likelihood that on Friday, the market will move into the range of 80 to 81 rubles per dollar. And that's all for now. We wish you profitable deals. See you on our channel with a new video in a couple of hours.